Look, this will be Mick's last season with us at Ferrari. Leo Fornaroli is in F2 this year, so he'll be ready to join us next season up in F1, and the Italian dream, it's just around the corner. Is Fornaroli good enough? That's a question I don't want to answer. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain and welcome back to Forza Ferrari. It is the first race of Season 2. It will be Mick's last race, last season with us, I should say, because Bruno Fornaroli will be able to race in Formula 1 next year, which means the end of Mick. And yeah, it'll be a shame. Is he good enough to get a race somewhere else in F1? Possibly. I mean, 80 rated isn't terrible, is it? But there's the likes of Yuki Tsunoda missing this season, 82 rated, so he'll need to keep improving, and who knows, maybe he could find himself a seat somewhere else. But anyway, if you missed last episode, we sort of went through the off-season, so we know where we stand roughly with the car, in that we don't really know where we stand, to be honest. Now, we're expecting a dry race weekend. Let's have a quick look at everything here. Circuit map there for qualifying. Red is Sector 1, blue Sector 2, yellow Sector 3. Sections by speed, a little bit of everything. And, of course, there was the test in the game here last week, so we kind of have already been here, but we have added some things to the car. So, safety car, that doesn't make a huge difference under a virtual safety car to a green flag stop, which is a little bit surprising. It should make a little bit of a difference. Now, this place does eat tyres, but it looks as though two softs and a medium is the way to go, and it's just sort of how you sort of spin it. But yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Now, the hard tyre is quite a bit quicker, slower I should say, sorry. The soft tyre degrades quite quickly. Yeah, you wonder if you want to do like two mediums and a soft, and you know, you could push on the mediums a little bit, because the softs do degrade quite quickly, but they are 0.8 of a second a lap faster. So interesting. Previous race results, why can't we see that? Data not yet available. Didn't we race here last year? It doesn't tell us who won. Did we win here last year? We didn't, did we? Maybe we did. That's annoying that it's like that. Anyway, so I don't know who won here last year. I don't think we did we? I can't even remember now. Anyway, qualifying positions. Both cars in the top 4. They don't ask for much, do they? We'll get an idea of roughly where our car stands, you know, once we sort of do some free practice times and whatnot. Finishing streak, 1 car in the top 6. I mean, you'd like to think we can do that. In qualifying streak, 1 car in the top 6 of 2 races as well. Yeah, let's hope we can do that. But anyway, I'll do some free. Well, let's go to the track first. So there we go. Confirmation of the weather. Clear skies all the way through. I'll do free practice. I'll see you for qualifying, and yeah, see exactly where we do stand in the field to start the season. All right, so we have done free practice, and well, one thing to say is that Red Bull is a lot faster than us. Well, FP1 here now. What we don't have is the excuse of old engine parts, because everybody has new engine parts in for the new season. So Mick was 9th, Gio was 11th in the first practice session. If we go and have a look at FP2, we were 8th and 10th. Everybody, of course, you can see they're on top tyres. It's more the gap to Red Bull that concerns me, 1.5 seconds. Now, FP3, we were a little closer. Now, Giovinazzi, we nailed his setup, so I was able to try and push him on the tyres a little bit and just sort of see how long they would last. The answer was not long, but we got within 0.6 of a second. The Williams at times has been quick. What's been really difficult to see is that the top cars have been sort of up and down all the time, so it's difficult to know exactly who is where, other than the fact that Red Bull is very much the quickest. So let's go see how qualifying plays out for us. Alright, so Q1 worked out okay. We were 9th and 10th. We just did the one run, though. So we saved ourselves some tyres. And we can see the bottom 4 there. Sainz in the AlphaTauri not getting himself through. So disappointment for him, of course. Alright, so Q2, second run, new set of tyres. First run, as we always do, was done on the same set as was Q1. So a used set. You can see we've got Giovinazzi just in front of us on track. And as I said, we were 8th and 9th. Now, we should have time just purely in the tyres without having to go any quicker. Giovinazzi again has only gone yellow in that first sector, and we do need to go quicker here. We haven't been mixed in the danger zone, so we're 9th and 10th here. We need to go quicker, and is Giovinazzi going to do that for us in the second sector here? We're looking down over here. Is it going to go green? Any second now. Gio, please go green for us, mate. Where is it? It's not. It's only gone yellow again. So Giovinazzi, if Mick goes quicker, which it looks like he is going to find himself out in Q2. But there's absolutely nothing between them. Is Giovinazzi going to move himself up? He's not. Mick is. And Giovinazzi is out. So that is a shock. I've got to say, I wasn't expecting to go out in Q2 there. Yeah, well, let's see where we can get Mick on the grid. Alright, so we are on board with Mick for the second run here. As ever, first run was done on the set that we did our second run on Q2. As we need to get this Red Bull out of the way quick smart, please. I don't think that cost us too much. So we're currently not on those used set. If Mick can make up a little bit on the new set, I mean 6th, 7th, 8th is where we're looking. I don't know if we're going to go much further forward than that. We've done a green first sector though. Now Mick in free practice, he was locking up all over the shop, but hopefully what he's done there is found himself the limits, and that's what we're seeing the benefit of here. But nobody is going quicker except for Mick, who has done green. If we go and have a look here, Russell's gone a little bit quicker. Ocon is going quicker. Let's see what Mick can do. He puts himself 7th, and only really Ocon potentially can beat him. And Ocon did beat him, so we start 8th and 11th, and we've got to finish 2nd in the championship this year. That's not a great start, is it? So can strategy get us out of this one? Let's have a look here. Now, I did save medium tyres, so looks like I needn't have bothered based off of that. But what I'm thinking, a medium tyre on pushing can go a long way here. So if we do medium, and then a soft in the middle, when everybody else is perhaps not pushing quite so much, that's the plan. Now, whether this is going to work or not, time will tell, I suppose. And what we might do with Mick is, I wonder if there's an argument to say a medium, and then soft at the end, potentially for Mick. So yeah, like I say, time's going to tell if this is going to work or not. My first instinct was a medium tyre is going to last longer. It's not... Yeah, well, we're going to find out, aren't we? Alright, welcome back. So, not a good qualifying. Let's see if we can make up for it here. Looks like there's a fairly even split between soft and medium. Maybe soft, just the predominant tyre. We are on board with Giovinazzi in 11th. And actually, no, if anything, medium is the predominant tyre, isn't it? Which means a lot of those will probably be going soft. Giovinazzi's already made up a spot. Mick, oh, Jesus Christ. Albon's sending it. Turn 3 there. Was it 4? It's probably turn 4, isn't it? Anyway. Oh, what's happened there? Something in front of us. We saw
like quite a big accident.
Something happening. Mick is okay.
A lot of debris on track.
So it's not involved directly any of our guys. And it looks like a Mercedes and a... Aston Martin, and that's fine. Take each other out. That suits us down to the ground. Hamilton is involved there, it looks like. So yeah, absolutely no worries about that. It looks as though Giovinazzi actually lost out a little bit overall on that one though, but Mick has moved himself up into 6th. Hamilton's got a penalty. It's not like Hamilton to complain and then actually be at fault at the end, is it? So that is going to help us a little bit as well. His 5 seconds. Hopefully both he and Stroll have got some damage as well. And it'll be happy days. But we will be pushing for the majority of this race on this medium tyre. And well, let's hope that works out for us in the long run. What I suspect might happen is guys on soft tyres will possibly be quicker at the initial part of the stint. But I'm hoping that we will make that up as we go into the race. So yeah, DRS becoming available will obviously change things a little bit for us here as well. But Giovinazzi, now we've seen this from him before, not always the quickest starter. And he needs to make sure he's staying in the DRS of Norris and Albon in front. Otherwise, it could turn into a very long race for him quite quickly here. And he's currently just outside DRS. So this is not good news. Alright, so we are on lap 9. Now, Mick is right behind. We've got Russell, Ocon, and Stroll in front of us. Now, Stroll did get past him, which is fine. I think at the time I was actually trying to harvest up a little bit of energy to go for an overtake on Ocon or Russell in front. We got kind of mugged off a little bit. So, these things happen, but that's fine. We're using our tyres a little bit more now. I'm still in the process of... well, I was actually trying to attack a little bit. But I think what we might do... is go back onto harvest, use DRS, save the tyres a little bit, ready for a full attack, Giovinazzi is catching a battle between Hamilton and Albon in front of him. So he is sort of 2.5 seconds back of that. And that train will eventually be sort of Russell all the way back. So, yeah, he's using up his tyres, having lost a bit of time stuck behind Norris. So, yeah, the race is slowly coming around. I've just got to be a little bit careful that we don't lose out. We have lost out a little bit of DRS there, haven't we? So we'll have to go and catch that back up. Yeah, it's slowly coming back to us, but I've just got to... Trying to manage 2 cars is... this micromanaging way is very difficult. Hopefully, I've not let Hamilton get past us here. Doesn't look like we have, and we should be back within DRS by the time we get to the next one. So, yeah, it's going okay. Bit of a holding pattern right now, but it'll hopefully will come to us a little bit later on in the race. Well, this is going to help us. George Russell has decided to have a spin. So that moves everybody up a position. Well done, George. Alright, now we are using a bit of deploy here. Can we get around the outside of Esteban Ocon? Lance Stroll has just absolutely taken off in front of us, so I don't want to ideally lose the back of him. We have managed to get a good move down on Ocon there. And if we can, we're going to run out of DRS down this, down this straight.
No, guys.
So we might even lose back out to Ocon, unfortunately. But, yeah, you can see Stroll is absolutely just flying. And what did we do that lap? We couldn't have been too far off at 35.8. So we need to try and get back into the DRS of the 2 Aston Martins in front. If we can do that, then happy days. Giovinazzi is losing out a little bit, actually, on the back of Albon. What's happened to his pace? Everybody else has just sort of kicked up a gear, and Giovinazzi's not really been able to go with them. So that's a bit of a shame. We do kind of need to have both cars at least, sort of 5th, 6th, to make sure we're staying in the battle. We've got to finish 2nd in this Constructors' Championship. If Red Bull and Aston Martin are 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, in this race particularly, we need to make sure we're 5th and 6th. I don't think I've ever been sacked on YouTube. If somebody can remember an occasion, please do let me know in the comments. But I have a horrible feeling that this series is just going to be about me trying to not get sacked the first time. Yeah, pretty much for the entire thing. So, anyway... Let's see if we can... yeah, the Aston Martins are just very, very quick, aren't they? Alright, so pit stops are beginning. Stroll and Hamilton have come in. Ocon did get back past Mick, but that was just... It was a DRS move, so, it kind of just is what it is. We will have a proper go at getting past him, I think, on this this coming lap around the main straight. What we need to try and do, obviously, is avoid an undercut. Russell is off again. So his race is going from bad to worse. Giovinazzi has not refound any pace. Not really sure what has happened to him. Albon is getting slower, I think, more so than Mick getting faster, other than Gio getting faster. So, yeah, we'll just keep chugging along here. Pit stops for us are just around the corner. Let's see if we can go and get Esteban here and make sure we're not getting held up by him. And if we can do that, then we'll... optimal pit stop lap. Okay, so you will pit this lap, Gio. You are going onto a soft tyre. He actually has 2 sets of softs because he didn't get Q3. So that might be something we can consider. But yeah, we'll wait and see on that front. Can we go and get Esteban into turn 4? It looks like we can. And maybe we keep deploying away from him, see if we can break the DRS to him. It's not a bad time to do it either with cars coming in around us for the pits. So, yeah, we'll try and avoid undercuts where we can. And Giovinazzi doesn't really have anybody desperately close to him, so we'll save his ERS. His ERS there is now empty. But we'll stay with this. Giovinazzi's in lap, of course. And let's see if we can get a good stop out of the boys. Our first look and see what the Ferrari pit crew's like this season. As lots and lots of pit stops happening now. Perez and Alonso are in, so this is the optimal lap for Mick. He's going to go onto a medium tyre as well. And let's see what we get from Giovinazzi. Now, have we moved down the pit lane? No, see, we're still second. I really wish these games would move the pit lane around like they're supposed to, based on where you finished the previous season. But anyway... It suits us fine to be... now, Hamilton has put in an absolutely rapid lap there. So, 9th, 2.8. so nothing much has changed, but that's fine. If it's under 3, it's not the end of the world. So we've lost out a little bit there, but we are going onto a soft tyre now. We can be aggressive for most of this stint, I think. What tyres everybody else gone on to? So there's a lot of soft tyres here, which might explain some of the rapid lap times. So Mick is due a pit stop. He's back behind Esteban. Oh, Esteban's annoying, isn't he? So here we go. Another medium tyre for him. Let's see if we get a good stop. 2, 3. What is wrong with us? All we did all through the winter was trying to get our pit times faster. And we're still rubbish. So I'm not quite sure how you fix that. But he's come back out into 10th, so that's not too bad for him. He's got a little bit of a gap to Albon. Should be able to keep him behind now. And, yeah, he is just behind. But if we can close this gap to Bottas and Hamilton, then that will all be good. And Hamilton on a soft's going to have to stop. I mean, everybody's going to have to stop again at this point, aren't they? So there's no point worrying about it. But Leclerc, Ocon, and Bottas, one stop, I would suggest, if they're not in yet. Possibly Norris as well. Oh, and Mick has locked up.
Keep pushing.
And he's gone off at the final corner. It's not cost him. Oh, no, it has cost him. Sainz and Albon have both got past. Now, they're both on soft tyres, so that may have happened anyway. And he's got another soft-tyred car. There's Giovinazzi. So it's cost him a lot in the end, hasn't it? Well, you might as well charge up your batteries behind Gio, mate. So, Mick. When will he ever learn? Alright, now, I think we're going to have a strategy change here. I have just done Giovinazzi attempt for fastest lap. Didn't quite get there, but he's 2 seconds a lap faster at least, pushing on a soft tyre. So I'm thinking, if we do that, we're going to make up, I've done some quick maths. Hopefully I've done it correctly. I think we'll make up a pit stop just on track, just going faster. So let's go for it. I'd rather have a go, and if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But as things stand right now, we're not really going to do anything anyway. So we'll come in and we'll try and do the same thing with Mick. He should have a fairly decent set of soft tyres that we used in qualifying, so it should be okay. And we'll just kind of see, where that sort of strategy can get us. So if we go there, and 2 seconds a lap faster for 11 laps is 22 seconds. Now, my maths might be wrong here. 22 seconds. The stops need to be... Mick might be kind of stuck on the strategy he's on because he's on a medium, I think. But I think Giovinazzi, it might work out for. I think. I don't know. We'll try it anyway. Alright, now we've just had something happen between Giovinazzi and Lando Norris.
And the contact between the cars.
I don't know quite what happened there. It doesn't look like there's any damage. There is no damage. Are we going to get a penalty for that? I guess is the big question. But that has just set us back a little bit. We have been stuck in traffic, so our pace has slowed, which isn't great, and making me doubt this strategy that we're looking at here. No penalties given, which is probably fair enough, as Mick is now behind Norris as well. But I think... Well, if nothing else, we're going to be quick with Giovinazzi, aren't we? So it should be fun from that front. But I'm suddenly doubting that this is going to work for us again. Alright, so we are coming in this lap with Carlos Sainz. Now, of course, the risk here is that we're asking Ferrari to do more stops than they otherwise would need to. So that is a bit of a risk, isn't it? But let's see what we can do. I think we are... 2.9 is okay. I think we are going to be able to do sort of, 34s perhaps. It's whether we're going to be quick enough to do the extra stop, I suppose. Everybody else is going to be on aging tyres, and we're not going to be conserving at all. So, yeah, like I say, it's time will tell. We weren't going to score many points doing what we were doing anyway. So, I mean, Norris has done a 34. We've been ahead of Norris all race. So, if he can do it, then we should be able to do a little bit faster again. honestly, they've been going back and forth, these two. We need to get rid of K-Mag once and for all. Let's actually maybe use him on his soft tyres and harvest our battery for a little bit. Yellow flag. Is that going to be anything meaningful for us? Doesn't look like it. Hulkenberg had a spin, so doesn't really affect us either way. Alright, now Giovinazzi, as you would expect, is absolutely flying. He's 3 seconds a lap faster than sort of the cars that are on Mick's strategy. 3 seconds a lap faster than Mick. So, again, well, as I said, only time will tell if it's going to work out or not. I tried to do some quick maths, and who knows if it was correct or not. Here we go with Mick, though. This will be his final stop onto a soft tyre. And it's 3.1. It's still not the greatest, is it? So let's see where this is going to bring him out and what he can do now to the end to try and get himself back up in towards the points. There's a lot of cars in front of him, but they're not doing great lap times. Now he can go aggressive to the end on my calculations. So let's get back to Giovinazzi. 3 seconds a lap faster he is, or even more, 5 seconds a lap faster than Hamilton. So he's catching everybody sort of up to Stroll very, very quickly. Now Stroll's going to pit and then obviously on newer tyres be quicker. But no one is going to be as quick as Giovinazzi. So let's just see if this does play out. Magnussen, he's back with Magnussen. Go away, K-Mag. Honestly, let's deploy him. Let's just get him free of medium shod K-Mag to the end. How many other medium tyre runners are there? So these guys on mediums, we should be able to make fairly quick work of with Mick. I would imagine Bottas and Leclerc are going to have to pit again as well. So that'll get Mick up a couple of more. So he should get points. And then it's just a matter of where we can get Giovinazzi back to. But he's absolutely rapid. 15 laps to go. Alright, so Giovinazzi is coming in for his stop. He's losing out now. These tyres are that much older than everybody else's that he's not gaining anything right now. So we come in, he's got 10 laps to absolutely belt them to pieces. And it's a 2.7 second stop. That is some sort of a record. Now he's going to come out around about Magnussen, hopefully in front of him. And then he's going to have to race to try and get himself back into the points. And he's going to have he's going to have to be the 2 seconds a lap faster than everybody else to do it. So let's see what Giovinazzi can do. Schumacher, meanwhile, is up there in... he needs to just watch your fuel, though, mate. He's up there now in 12th. He has got a big battle on here to get himself up into the points again. He should be able to get back to sort of towards Leclerc, I would have thought. But yeah, we'll see what happens here. We'll come back for a little bit more of this. Oh, actually, let's stay with it. We'll harvest for a little bit here, and then down this straight, coming onto the main straight, we'll deploy, and then see if we can go and get ourselves at least one, if not two positions here. Oh, it's just not going to quite go. Now, can we... It's a medium Carlos Sainz, medium-tired Carlos Sainz. Can we go and get him into turn 3 here? No. So we need to get these done if we're going to get back to the points. Leclerc and Norris should be fairly simple pickings, but it's not really proving that way so far, is it? Let's try and deploy down this straight. No, I didn't get a good enough exit, did we? And in the end, we get both of them down the one straight. Very, very nicely done. Mick past the two former Ferrari drivers in their new AlphaTauri. And yeah, let's go and get Norris and hopefully Russell now. Alright, so Mick has gone and got Lando Norris with a little bit of help from DRS, a little bit of help from Urs, and fairly comfortable. And George Russell is just there. So let's hope we can go and get him now as well. Alright, so a few laps to go here. Gasly's got past Giovinazzi. How did that happen? Anyway, let's focus on getting Mick past George Russell here for 7th. I thought this was going to be quite comfortable, but in the end, it's not quite happened. Gasly absolutely flying, a 31.4. That is seconds faster than anybody else on the track. That is ridiculous. So Giovinazzi's gone back out of the points. The good news is that Mick has moved up a place. Now, he's got quite the gap, 13 seconds to Stroll, so he's not going to be getting that. I certainly wouldn't have thought anyway. But suddenly, Giovinazzi is outside the points and needs to get some overtakes done here.
DJ mode, DRS, DJ mode.
So let's see if we can we follow through with Gasly perhaps. It'd be very nice if we could try and stay with him actually. Given the speed in that Alpine is ridiculous. And Ocon, if they're in 5th as well. There seems to be challenges everywhere for second in this Constructors, and none of them are Ferrari right now, which is annoying. Look at how fast the McLaren is compared to us as well. We have a lot of work to do. Now, if you remember the end of last season as Russell's got back past, if you remember the end of last season, we had no money, so we couldn't really research anything into this year's car. And I think we are certainly seeing the downside of that right now, because everybody just looks so much more prepared for this season than we are. Now, it should be quite straightforward. It's not been. We'll try and harvest up the rest of this. Now, Norris is not going to have DRS on the front straight. We're definitely quicker than him, so I don't think we have to be too concerned. But, yeah, it would have been nice to try and go with Gasly, and as Mick gets George Russell back. And let's see if he can hold that. Hopefully he can. We've got past Lando Norris. That should be job done there. And I can't see us keeping pace with Gasly, sorry. So it kind of becomes down to whether Mick can keep George Russell behind him. And he is literally right behind him right now. So I think, I mean, what do you do here? I think what we need to do is try and accept the fact that he's going to get past us down the front straight, harvest up, get our thing here, and then deploy up into the next one. And hopefully get him back. Ooh, that's not worked. Well, keep deploying. We could really use these points. Max Verstappen has won the race by a country mile, but that's to be expected, really, isn't it? Now, this is it. This DRS zone here is going to be where it all comes down. Can we go and get him back? And we run out of battery just at the wrong time. Go on, Mick. Go on, Mick. Send it in. Send it in. He has. And he's got him back. Well done, Mick. Oh, he's not quite got it completed, though. Oh, he's letting back through again. Down the outside. Is there anything? No, Mick has lost out to George Russell. Giovinazzi is right behind Gasly, but not able to get that done. And it's 8th and 10th. And that's not going to get it done for us this season, is it? So, very definitely work to do. Mick stayed where he was. Giovinazzi moved up one. And, yeah, I mean, our fastest laps were competitive with those around us. Giovinazzi's strategy, did it not work? Did it work? I mean, in the end, there's not that much between them, so it's kind of is what it is. It could have gone either way. Ultimately, we just didn't seem to be quite quick enough there, did we? So that is a massive, massive concern, given that we need to try and finish second in this Constructors' Championship, sorry. So we currently sit 5th. Just the 38 points behind Red Bull, but Aston Martin's what we're going to look at, and that is a big gap after one race, isn't it? The pit stops, we didn't get any points last season. We got some points in Bahrain, so that's it. We may go pointless in the pit stop competition as well. So next race is Saudi. We're not going to have anything on the car that is new, I don't think. Although, did Mick have? Somebody had parts that the other car didn't. So hopefully. Yeah, well, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's going to be a long season. We're going to have to try and... we've got another R&D period opening up soon. So that's going to have to be a very big one in terms of getting our car up to speed, isn't it? Long season ahead. Let's hope it turns around for us. Take care.